Hey guys, I'm Charlie, a Charlie Book Fanatic, and today I'm going to do my top 5 new releases video for March. On number 5 I have Summerlost by Ellie Condie, which is a new standalone book by author Ellie Condie, and it's expected to publish on March 29th. This book is about a character named Seda, and she has lost her father and her brother Ben in a devastating accident the summer before the book takes place. And Seda has to go back to the town she was originally from for the summer, and that is when Seda meets this boy Leo, and with Leo she goes to the Summerlost festival, and it's basically, I think, a coming of age story about Seda, who is finding her own and finding her own self and trying to overcome this devastating grief she's feeling for her brother and her dad. And she's starting to work at a festival. This book is middle grade realistic fiction. This book is Ellie Condie's middle grade debut. If you don't know Ellie Condie, she is the author of the Match trilogy, and I know a lot of people did not like the Match trilogy, but I read it when I was younger and I was absolutely in love with that series, and I really wanted to read something by Ellie Condie for a while. I know she also has a book out that's called Allen-Vath or something like that, but I'm really not interested in that concept. But Summerlost is really my kind of story dealing with grief, and I haven't read a middle grade book in a long time, so I thought, why not read Summerlost? So that's a release I'm really excited for in March. On number 4 I have Liars and Losers Like Us by Amy Allen-Vath. This is a young adult contemporary set to come out on March 15th. This book is about a girl called Bree, but there is this girl, Maisie Morgan, who was nominated for prom queen, but it was done as a joke because she's a school outcast, and Bree was actually nominated, and she apologized to Maisie, but it was too late and Maisie committed suicide. Maisie had kind of a secret with the school pageant queen, and she also has this romance with a guy named Sean, but Bree finds out some new information about the school pageant queen and Sean, and Bree has to decide if she keeps silent or if she's going to speak up about this new information. I've had this book on my TBR for a long time. I like the cover, I like the concept of the story. It's a young adult contemporary, and I love reading young adult contemporaries, like really any contemporary in general. But this sounds really like my kind of story. Like, it's set in high school and it's about romance and finding out the secret and bullying, and yeah, I love that. Number 3 I have The Lifeboat Clique by Kathy Parks. This book is also young adult contemporary and has already come out on March 1st. The book is about a girl called Denver who went to a party where all their enemies were, and then a tsunami hit the party, and obviously there's water everywhere, and Denver is stuck on a boat at sea, like she's stuck in the water with all of her enemies, and namely her ex-BFF, who hates her now. The story sounds really unique to me and really funny. I think it's going to be a hilarious story, like stuck on a boat with your ex-BFF and people you hate and can't get along with at all. Sign me up. That's going to be so funny. I can't wait to read it. On number 2 I have Dreaming of Antigone by Robin Bridges, another young adult contemporary that's set to come out on March 29th. This book is about a girl called Andrea who had a twin sister named Iris, but Iris died due to drug abuse. And Andrea feels survivor's guilt because she's still there, but her sister isn't. And she also blames this guy named Alex Hammond, who she kind of starts to fall in love with, but she blames him for the death of her twin sister. Another book about grief. I really love reading about grief, and especially in the contemporary. And I really have a thing with one of the sisters dying and the other surviving and dealing with that grief. Like, this is the 3rd book I want to read about that. I've already read 2 about that, I believe, but still, it's like one of my favourite tropes, if you could call it, like a sister dying and the other one surviving and dealing with that. And then on number 1 I have Exit Pursued by a Bear by E.K. Johnston, another young adult contemporary which is set to come out on March 15th. The story is about Hermione Winters, who is captain of the cheerleading team, and one night at a party she gets something slipped in a drink and then everything goes black, and due to that she gets raped and she turns out pregnant. Still a high school story, but a bit of a different one. My number 1 topic, because I think it's, again, a really interesting concept. A popular girl getting raped, which is a really serious thing, obviously, but I think it's really interesting to read about and see how people deal with that and explore that. And also a teenage girl being pregnant, not only due to rape, but also just a girl in high school being pregnant and how she deals with that. So yeah, those are my top 5 new releases for March. I hope you enjoyed this video, and are you looking forward to any of these releases? Which new releases are you looking forward to in March? Let me know down below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.